Fam, today's the big day of tuning this bad boy. ECU programming is complete. I already know it's gonna be so loud. Damn! That is so loud, bro! Yo, that is crazy! Dude! That is so loud. Tuned now, finally, after I don't know how many years. All right, fam, don't forget the giveaway is still live. In order to enter, all you guys need to do is purchase a G.S.A.D.C jet tag, and you guys have the chance to win a front lip, a rear diffuser, a wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, as well as the ambient lighting kit. So go get yourself a jet tag and enter the giveaway. This week's orders are going out. I want to say thank you to everybody who supports the channel. Without you guys, videos like this are not possible. So right now I'm shipping out the last few bits of blow-off valves. I think I only have 3 available left. So if you guys want a blow-off valve, go get yourself one right now. Find that all at KDM Built. Support your boy. But let's get on to today's video. This was the most dreadful part about owning a Kia Stinger. This is something I did not miss, was constantly having to fuel every 3 to 4 days. We need a full tank of gas before we get the tune done. Now for one last little track run before this thing gets tuned. This shit feels slow as hell, no joke. The heck? I thought I was getting pulled over. I was like, fuck, I didn't even go that fast. So right now I'm actually working on installing the rear sway bar. My dumbass forgot to install the rear one. I did the front one and I don't know what happened. I'm actually gonna be adding some bigger spacers up in the front. I'm gonna add an 8mm so it can literally be super flush with the fender, and I'm gonna move that 3mm. I'm gonna transfer it over to the back right here. Adding a little bit of gasket maker just so that these wheel spacers don't fall off whenever I have people take my wheels off and on for like a tire change or something. They don't lose the spacer. Everything's loose. We could just now pull this thing out of place. Just one last thing before we do the tune, and that's reinstalling the wing, because if we're gonna be fast, we have to look fast as well, and you guys know we're gonna need some downforce. And anyways, this thing's super easy to install. Right now all we're rocking is a KDM Built budget spoiler. This looks sick, but if I want the car to match the way it sounds, I think the wing is gonna do that. Just like that, the wing is back on. I think it looks pretty good. Might have to remove the spoiler, I don't know. Comment down below, should I rock both the wing and the spoiler at the same time, or just the wing like before? I think it looks good like that. I think that looks pretty badass. But now that the wing's back on, we're ready for the tune. Fam, today's the big day, the day I've been anticipating since the old Kia Stinger, and that's tuning this bad boy. Back when I wanted to tune the old Kia Stinger, the only thing I did was JB4, and I never really did a full tune because I didn't know who to go with. At the time, there's only a few tuners out there and I didn't really hear so much good things from them. And now your boy SLEEPYTUNED is on this platform and he's making a huge difference on it. He's tuned so many Kia Stingers and G70s. He has a G70 of his own. His tunes go insane, and we're finally gonna flash a tune onto this bad boy to shoot some massive flames out the back and do a crazy pop and bang. I've really wanted to pop and bang on a Kia Stinger so bad. I want this thing to sound almost like an M4. It almost looks like an M4 with the hood. The car is now gonna have some power to it. I mean, we're still stock airbox, stock internals, everything's pretty much stock other than the exhaust, oil catch can, and K&N drop-in air filters. It's enough for just having a quick pop and bang tune. Since I'm not gonna be racing this bad boy, the only thing I really want is just to shoot flames. That's why we went catless. primary catless downpipes as you saw in the previous video, and then we have catless secondaries. So this thing is ready for a tune, and show you guys how easy it is to tune with SLEEPYTUNED. This is the part that excites me. So we got the EK1 right here. We're gonna put it into ignition mode. We're gonna turn this bad boy on. So obviously I already downloaded the tune file onto the EK1. So the only thing left to do is go to power mode. We're gonna go to writing. Now I'm gonna do a 91 file because your boy lives in California and the highest octane rating they sell here is 91. We don't have no 93. I could do an E30 blend. Since I don't have a JB4 or the Fuel It kit, I can't see my ethanol content. I will get it in the future, but for now I am gonna be doing 91. So we're gonna select that. I did not want to tune this car. No joke, I was gonna keep this thing stock, like super stock. But we're actually gonna tune it. Here we go, dude, it's starting. I'm excited. A lot of emotions going on right now because I've always wanted to do this with the black Kia Stinger, and we're finally doing it to a GTS, bro. I did not think I was gonna have a GTS. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but I'm gonna put the camera down. I'm gonna make sure I follow all the prompts. Obviously, instructions are included when you go with SLEEPYTUNED. He has a detailed how-to instructions, which are very easy to do. ECU programming is complete. Please turn ignition key off and click OK button to finish. Oh snaps, bro, we're tuned. That took less than a minute, no joke, that was fast. But don't forget, if you guys get the tune, go use code DARKRISE at checkout. That way you guys could save some money and use it towards the build. All right, so let's check it out. We're in sport mode, obviously. Bro, this thing feels crazy already. Bro, this thing is way too fast for the streets, no joke. All right, check it out. Yo, those are straight gunshots. What the freak? We're definitely gonna be getting in trouble out here with that, bro. That's good that I have valve mufflers, because this is crazy. This is way too rowdy. First gear pull, let's hear it. Damn, dude, that is fast. Yo, that's, I think that was 380 wheel horsepower. Dude, that thing's, that's fast. No joke, that is fast. Bro! Dude, that is so loud, bro. Yo, that's crazy. Look at that. Bro, I'm too scared to go full throttle, no joke. Look at, yo, bro, I've been waiting for this for so freaking long. You know what this reminds me of? A B58. That's what it reminds me of. Either being in a B58 or being in like a M4 that's tuned, because the burbles are insane on them. Bro, dude, in sport mode, this thing just wants to go. Like, no joke, it just wants to go. If you don't want to go and it wants to go, this thing goes. Barely got to touch the gas on it. I've been driving in eco mode most of the time because the way this car just is, it's just so aggressive, bro. And this is like low. This is not even the highest file. Like, I could have gone 480 to 400 wheel horsepower, but I'm a pussy, bro. I wanted it to be just like I guess how it was before, but with pops and bangs. I mean, it is, but when you put it in a sport mode, that's when it gets super aggressive. This cam Corvette is crazy. That's how I'm trying to sound, dude. That thing's crazy. Are we clear? Is the coast clear? Sure looks like it. Bro, the way it pops is so freaking cool. Oh shit, big ass water bottle. Dude, that thing would have broke my front lip. It's a night and day difference, no joke. Without having a tune versus this, night and day. Bro, I need to chill, dude. I need to chill out. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of what I have going on for those of you who want the exact same setup as me, as in power mods, obviously not cosmetic stuff. But if you guys want to be cosmetically like your boy Dark Rise, everything's available at KDM Built. All right, so up in the front, stock air intakes. The only thing inside of them are K&N filters. And then we got the oil catch can up on the side. Obviously that doesn't do anything but just help keep the engine healthy. And then the only power mod is the KDM Built blow-off valves, but that's pretty much it. There's no intercooler. That thing's stock. The engine base pretty much stock plugs as well. It'd be crazy if there's HKS plugs, if the previous owner did that already, but I believe these are stock plugs and I don't think they're gapped. But one suggestion, if you guys want to run this tune, you guys need to have HKS spark plugs. You guys could run the factory spark plugs, but you need to have those gapped to 0.022. And as for the HKS spark plugs, you need to have those gapped at 0.028. You could run SLEEPYTUNED's tune without a JB4 and you guys could see 475 wheel horsepower on E30. That's insane, dude. That's almost 500 horsepower on a stock Kia Stinger without doing turbos, without doing ported internals or whatever. And you guys will see 475 wheel horsepower. That's like 110, I think, horsepower more than stock. Now you guys know the secret. Your boy is stock. This is definitely a sleeper for sure. Nothing done to it. But this car, dude, the way it sounds now is insane. I took it over to get the left tip fixed because the way it was extended out was touching the bottom there and rattling like crazy. Now it's a little bit off. I mean, he helped it, but I'm sure if I bottom out or if I like hit a bump, it's probably clapping at the bottom. That side's pretty good, but that's what we did on the last video. I installed some adjustable mufflers. Right now the car is closed, so that's why you can't hear it. Oh, this rear end looks insane. Look at that, bro. That thing looks awesome. If you guys saw the previous video on what we did to the exhaust, it's finally complete. Up in the front, we got catless primary downpipes, secondary catless downpipes, and then for the rear, we have the stock resonators, but then it goes into some adjustable mufflers that I picked up, and those mufflers are valved, so I could have them open or close. When it's open, it's pretty much straight flow. When it's closed, it obviously goes out to the side and it goes through a chambered muffler. But I love it, dude. It's so much better than having like a consistently loud car. Whenever I want, I could shut those valves, or I could open them when I want to be rowdy. And now with the pop and bang tune, this thing opened up, sounds ridiculous, bro. No joke, it's so freaking loud, and it sounds like straight gunshots, bro. It sounds like somebody's getting shot up on the block. But I mean, just take a listen. I could hear more of the engine than the exhaust. If I were to open it, then it's pretty much just exhaust and no engine. Check it out. I'm gonna open it real quick for you guys. Bro, the difference. Bro, I love having this setup now. Like, I could see all my temps to make sure I'm not overheating or anything, because just having this little gauge at the bottom is not enough. This is way safer. Another plus about the SLEEPYTUNED is the fact that all his temps run much lower than stock. So the stock factory tune actually runs pretty hot, and with him you're gonna see much lower numbers across the board, which is a huge plus. SLEEPYTUNED's numbers, I'm gonna read them off to you guys. Keep in mind, I'm back end flashed, so I'm not a full-on tune. It's still something, but that's what I wanted for now, since your boy is pretty stock and I need to service this car. This car has not been serviced since I don't know when. Since I bought it, the guy says he doesn't even know when's the last time he serviced it. He claimed he did when he barely got it. I doubt it. The oil's black as hell. And I've been lazy. I'm back 7 days since the last service cycle on 91, because this is a 91 flash. and you could produce 380 to 400 horsepower on 91 with the same mods that I have, just better paired with JB4. Since I don't have JB4, I wanted to keep it safe. So 91 octane with the same type of situation as me, or you could have intakes or not, doesn't really matter, but you could see 380 to 400 wheel horsepower. And then on 93, which I'm from Cali, I don't have 93 available. I could make it with some E85 mix, but that would be sitting at about 430 wheel horsepower. And then as for E30, this is the crazy jump, bro. E30, I used to have that set up on the Kia Stinger before, and the Optima at one point I had E30 set up too. But on the Kia Stinger, we were E30 and probably at 430 to 400 horsepower. With Sleepy Tune, bro, 470 to 480 horsepower. That is insane. That's almost at 500 wheel horsepower. On ethanol using CPI and an E60 mix or methanol, which I used to have on the Kia Optima. That shit was rowdy with methanol. Baby. You're gonna see about 540 wheel horsepower. But anything over 480 is not recommended unless you did the head studs. You could do a head stud job. I'm gonna definitely do a head stud job myself because I want to learn how to do it. I mean, if you're doing spark plugs, you could do head studs with these because you're pretty much at the same position. As for pricing, a back end flash is about $189. If you want to do a full tune, that's sitting at $299, but it's not available on the site. If you guys want to do a full tune, you have to contact SLEEPYTUNED directly. It's not on his website yet. Maybe by the time you guys are watching, he's gonna have it available on the website, but for now you have to contact him directly. One thing he did want to state is it's highly recommended to do spark plugs. If you have a stock engine, just do the spark plugs at least to the bare minimum. I haven't done it yet. You could do it. That's why I have it set to the lowest like power. I am going to do them at one point. I just need to have the time for it. When I'm going to service the car is when I'm going to do it. When I'm going to do an oil change, transmission, coolant flush, and then spark plugs. And he highly recommends doing HKS spark plugs, or the bare minimum doing some spark plugs that are for the Kia Stinger but gapping them to 0.022. But yeah, he says at 91 or 93 octane, spark plugs aren't necessary, but they are recommended. Rent out my EK1 to those of you who don't want to buy one. I'll rent it out, or if you guys live in SoCal, you guys could come to me or I could come to you. SLEEPYTUNED does have a service. If you guys don't want to buy an EK1, you guys could just ship off your ECU over to him. But no joke, the turnaround with SLEEPYTUNED is so fast, dude. That dude gets me files like in like a couple of minutes. He's always on his laptop for some reason. But yeah, if you guys want to do that, if you guys don't want to spend the money to buy an EK1, or I mean, if you dealt with what I had to, I'm from California, it's hard to get an EK1 out here. The tune is so freaking crazy, bro. He's a master at this work, bro. Like, I love it, I'm not gonna lie. And then just being like tuned now finally after I don't know how many years. I mean, when I got the Kia Stinger, I wanted to tune it so bad, but at the time, bro, it was like 1,000 to like 1,500 just to tune at the time your Kia Stinger, and that was like the lowest. You were gonna only see like 400 wheel horsepower, but with SLEEPYTUNED, bro, $200 to $300 depending on what route you go with. And then after that, he has tuning services for you to accommodate you with if you guys want more power, if you guys wanted less power, if there's something going on, he could fix it for you, and he's super fast with it, dude. SLEEPYTUNED is gonna send me a special file out soon, and this file, bro, is probably gonna be the next video. This file's insane. It's pretty much a ghost cam. If you guys don't know what that is, you guys will find out in the next video. Ghost cams are wild, bro. I mean, look at that Corvette we just saw. That thing was shaking like crazy. Obviously the car's not gonna shake because it's not a real cam, but it's gonna sound like it. I did not expect it to be this fast. Like, it just responds so fast, and the way it sounds, bro, what the, yo, no joke, I think I'm in a Supra or I'm in a M340i, even an M4 with the crackle pop and bang. It sounds German now, for reals. Yeah, Sleepy woke this car up for sure. And he told me when the exhaust gets really hot, it actually shoots flames. So at night, we're gonna go test that out and make sure it's true. Oh my gosh. Yo, I need to chill out because we're actually in Sheepy-tuned territory and your boy is sleepy-tuned, so they'll probably be upset about that. Yo! So I'm actually in eco mode right now. As you guys can see, valves closed and it feels so stock. It feels like as if nothing was ever done to the car. It's definitely a vibe in here. Bro, I want to ride my bike so bad, but the thing is so clapped out right now. I had to change the brake reservoirs because they were so crusty and yellow. I did that. I had to do the clutch. I had a brake bleed and all that stuff. I just got to clean it up and I'll be able to ride again because I miss riding. Bro, that's literally me. Like, my bike is ready. I just need to bolt it all back up again and I could go ride. Do you guys want to see a video of me whipping that thing? Would you guys be interested in some bike content? Riding a bike is the most free feeling you could have. Riding a car that's modded and everything, like, you think that's an adrenaline rush? Dude, riding a bike is an adrenaline rush. That thing, it rips. I used to have a Yamaha Bolt. That thing only made like 50 horsepower. And now I have a 200 horsepower Ducati and it's a night and day. It feels like, nah, it's not really that comparable. A Ducati is just insane. It's a whole different level. Going watt now versus before gives me an adrenaline rush that I have not felt in a car in quite some time. The last time I had an adrenaline rush was in the K5 Optima. This thing, dude, it makes my butt clench. And then this thing being all-wheel drive, it just hooks so good, so it just launches you like cannonball. I usually drive in shifter mode all the time, you know, being in sport mode. Like, it's a must. I actually made a video on how to use your paddle shifters if you guys want to go check it out. I highly recommend getting paddle shifter extensions. It really makes a night and day difference. It makes you want to use the paddle shifters way more, and then they're aesthetically pleasing to look at because then you just see these big silver or black, red, or carbon fiber look, or forged carbon fiber. I have all those colors available at KDM Built. If you guys want to go use them. My new favorite one is the forged carbon fiber look. I love those. They look insane. I might take the silver ones off and add those. Yo, dude, someone's gonna call it in and say that somebody's shooting someone, bro. Like, someone's getting a straight drive-by because these are super distinguished. Like, the old tunes back then, I remember when I wanted to get one, sounded like shit. They sound like popcorns, but this was a different tuner. But Sleepy-Tunes got it dialed in. You could tell it sounds like pops versus like popcorn. Like, it's individuals. You could hear pop, 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 pop versus just like brrr, you know? This is gonna be so loud. I already know it's gonna be so loud. It always echoes right here. All right, it's time. Damn! That is so loud, bro. Yo, that is crazy. Don't forget to use code DARKRISE at checkout. That way you guys could save some money, get 15% off, and you guys could use that money towards the build. But that's gonna be it for today's video. You guys know what to do. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.